Here we go. Yay, yay, yay. This is going to be a fun one. And as you hop on, make sure that you tell me where you're from. And if you're catching this on the replay, make sure you're typing in #replay and be sure and leave me any questions that you have below. I have lots of new friends that have been ordering the makeup and being color matched and are ready to try new eyeshadows and all the things. And so be sure and send me your messages. Some of you have filled out my color match form and maybe didn't get a response from me. I've had a little bit of a situation there. So if you've filled out that form and I haven't gotten back with you, shoot me a message here and I will make sure and get your color match sent to you. Hey Kim, yay, I'm so glad you're on. Okay, so I had a new gal that ordered, and she's smart because she ordered the B squared with the Bella. And you get a little bit of a price break whenever you order little bundles. And then she ordered the powder along with the Power Powder brush. And she was wondering if she could do her foundation with these two brushes. And so that's what I'm going to show you, is how you can do your makeup with the two brushes that come in a little bundle. And you might as well, right? So first off, yay, I'm so glad you're here. Okay, so you guys see how red my nose is. I'm gonna go in and do a quick hack. You guys, I didn't have time to do my hack before this, so I thought, well, I'll just do a quick one now. Look how it makes my nose look dirty, but then once you get the color over the top of it, it's hides all of the redness. And I like to put it down here, sometimes on my chin to cover that redness on my chin. I don't know about you guys, but I'm always, maybe that's why my chin sticks out, because I grab it all the time. Anyway, let's do this little quick hack, and I'm going to let that sit. And if I have color matched you and I've given you two different colors of highlights, I'll show you where you're going to put your brighter one. And also, if I've chosen to give you some type of a color corrector for under your eyes, this is where I would put that on. I lately just seeing how the coverage does without doing a color corrector, and honestly, it's really quite amazing. So I'm gonna go in and do my contour real quick, and I'm gonna use the Power Powder brush to do any contouring. Hi Donna, hi Ashley. And I'm gonna kind of start to put this in the shape of a 3. So it goes like this, here. And see how I'm keeping it tucked nice and tight up underneath that. And then down here where we have this little extra skin going on, it's fine. It's fine. It's just, it's one of those situations that happens when our face starts to fall. So by using the contour along the jawline, it really gives you that really nice definition. Donna, I'm so glad you're here. And you guys, make sure that you're sharing and commenting and doing all the things. Make sure you're following me over on Instagram. I am, choosing winners from both places. So if you want to get double entries, make sure you're over there following me as well. So I'm just going to take and make sure. Now, this is something else that I want to talk to you about. Yay! You're awesome, Penny. Because my face is so narrow, I'm going to not put my contour right there. I'm going to keep it kind of at the top up here and then here, so that then this widens out a little bit. So I really want you to think about your face and what you're trying to accomplish with your face, okay? So if you have a round face, you're gonna do it a certain way. If you have a long face, and if you want a one-on-one consult with me, we can totally do Marco Polo, or we can do messenger video chat, all the things that we can do so that we can talk about what's gonna be the best way for you to apply your makeup, or if you just want to talk about the makeup and see if it's a good fit for you. Yeah, I think everybody that's on right now already uses the makeup. So that's pretty awesome. So now I've gone through and I've used this side to do my contour. You guys, this is a great brush. So if you have the 30-second hack, right? Or even the Buffy brush, and you're wanting to try a different brush, get this one with, you can get it with the vanilla dust or the cayman powder, and you'll love this brush for like, not just like patting powder in, but I love it to do my contour. And then this one works so good just to like get your blush perfectly placed there. So hi Tina, hi Stephanie. Now I'm gonna go in with my highlight, and I'm gonna use this brush, which is the B squared. I love this for a really light coverage, and I have two different colors that I go between. So these two are my darker colors, and then Aura is the color that I put underneath my eyes. So I just literally swipe between the two colors like this. So I have like two different colors on my brush. Don't worry, like, there's my husband. He always comes home at like the exact same time I'm doing a video. Then we're gonna like pat here on my chin. And literally, like, you're just kind of blending as you go with this brush, which makes it really nice if you do any traveling to take like these two brushes together and you like have it all, okay? Let's go over my nose, and notice that I'm patting and not swiping because I've already put that one layer on my nose. So I want to make sure and get everything just kind of patted in and not like no swiping. Up here, and then remember I didn't put the contour on the sides of my face here. So I'm going to take and put a little bit here and here. And honestly, the most important thing with this makeup, especially if you have mature skin, is to go really light, okay? The lighter you go, the better it's going to be. I know it seems weird, but you're pretty much just color correcting your face and your skin. And now I'm going to go in with that brighter color Aura, and I'm going to pat it underneath my eyes and bring it back here. So because it's my lightest color, it's going to pull forward, okay? So keep that in mind. And I'm literally doing it in like a triangle. Okay, just like that. I'm going to actually run it down the center of my nose. Put a little bit right here because that, again, that pulls that forward. So really your focus is going to be on your eyes, which is what we want, right? We want people to look in our eyes. Okay, super easy peasy so far, right? Now let's do a little bit of a nose contour. I'm going to try and do it with this one. It doesn't give me a straight line, but we're going to see how this goes. Because honestly, you can use any brush. You can actually just use your fingers to do a nose contour. And I have a few of you that hate your noses. So honestly, learning how to contour your nose is like the funnest thing when you don't like your nose, because it like all of a sudden makes your nose not seem so terrible, okay? So I'm just kind of putting this on the end there. And then I can take my finger, put a little bit on my finger and run it right down the center of my nose, okay? And the closer together you get the two lines, the narrower your nose is going to be. Now look at it from the side and it looks a little bit crazy. So you can totally just pat it out like this. See that? I'm just literally touching it, pressing it into the skin, and giving myself like a narrower nose so you don't see the bumps as much. So have fun and like try contouring your nose. Like, it's really a fun thing to do. I'm going to take this side and go in a little bit more highlight and put it right there. Okay, see how now that kind of like widens up underneath my eye. I like teaching you guys a couple of these new tricks, or tricks that maybe I just haven't like really gone over in detail. I look at my nose, make sure we've got it blended, and I can just take this brush over the top, okay? Doesn't look too bad, right? Now, if you don't like this much of a contour, it's okay, just kind of blend it out. Use whatever brush. You can totally use the Perfector sponge. If you prefer the Perfector sponge, I'm just using this brush because it's in my hand. And honestly, any of the brushes can be used to do your foundation. Just depends on what your main focus is. So reach out to me and I can help you like choose which brush or brushes will be best for you. So now I'm gonna go in and do this blush right here. It's called Dahlia. I'm gonna use this end so I can show you guys how great this is to put blush on. It like really gives you like a very distinct blush line, okay? I'm gonna place it here. And you guys, I actually like to put my blush on and then go ahead and do my eyeshadow and just let that blush sit. And then I'll blend that in after. I'm gonna spray my face with my Stay Spray now, and then we'll go in and do eyes. Now, if you are struggling with keeping the makeup on, maybe you need some extra help with that, again, I'm happy to video chat with you and help you figure out how to set your 3D foundation so that it stays on all day. It really should stay on all day, and it actually should get better as the day goes on. I know that's crazy for makeup to say that, but it's totally true with the 3D foundation. When we have your colors nailed down, your application nailed down, you should be able to wear it all day long and it shouldn't be like moving, okay? Let me do a little bit of eyebrow just so I can just kind of like, and I am using my same color that I do my nose contour, which is Shadow. If you have Astoria works really well for brows as well. And then I'm just gonna kind of brush those out a little bit. You guys, like brows could not be easier than with a hot line brush and just what you already have in your compact. You don't need to have an extra like pencil or an extra product. Just use what you have in your compact. Okay, let's go ahead and do some eyeshadow. Now the colors that you overwhelmingly chose were these ones, Peppa, London, and Rigoletto, okay? Those were the main ones that people chose. And then this was the secondary choice, which is Cupcake, Oak, and Peppa, I believe. So I wanted to be able to show everybody kind of what they wanted to see. Now I'm gonna make sure that my eyelid is like prepped and ready for the makeup. And the way that I do that is I just use whatever highlight you have. You can totally just use it on your eye as you're prepping your lid. So kind of like a primer for your lid. Don't be afraid to just use, again, what you already have in your compact. We are trying to simplify your makeup routine and not like give you tons and tons and tons of product. Nobody wants that anymore. We are all just trying to live a little bit simpler lives. And look how that just kind of took away the redness and we're like ready to roll. Now I like to take and use just a little bit of powder. I love this It by Poreless powder, and I'm just gonna put that on my lid to make sure that my eyelid is primed and ready for eyeshadow. So I'm just using this brush here. This one is the best blend forever, and I'm just tapping with a little bit of this pressed powder right on my lid. Okay, all ready to roll. Now let's get into some eyeshadow. So, favorite eyeshadow brush of all time. If you've been around for a while, you already know which one I love the most. But this eyeshadow everything brush is only $18, you guys, and I'm not kidding. It is the best eyeshadow brush I have ever used. Hi, Jessica. Yay, I'm glad you're tuning in. Okay, you guys, let's do these eyeshadow looks. Give me some hearts if you want me to do one on one eye and this look on the other. Let me know if you want me to do both. I'm gonna start with this one, and if you guys want me to, then I'll do this one on the other eye. So I love the vanilla dust, Okay, I do, but I really like this fine of a powder on my face to set my makeup. Okay, so if you love the vanilla dust, and I know so many people who do, use it. I just don't have it in like my little palette right here, but I could totally use vanilla dust on my eyelid. The other one you can totally use is Cupcake. Okay, all right, you guys are wanting me to do like 2 different eye looks on each eye, which I love doing that. And my husband and I need to go grocery shopping, and I'm going to have 2 different colors of eyeshadow. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, honestly. This is Thursday play day with our makeup, right? Okay, so let's start with this one. We're going to use Pop and London, and then we're going to kind of like deepen it with Rigoletto, all right? So let's go in and do Pop. And I'm going to kind of use Pop as like my transition shade. And if you hold your brush further out like this and let that brush do its thing, you'll be happier with your results when you're blending, okay? So this one that I'm using right now is Pop. It is a fantastic like transition shade. No matter what eyeshadow look you're doing, it's kind of just like a taupey gray color. And see how pretty and natural that looks? Like honestly, you could totally just use Pop, and that's the only eyeshadow you needed to use. Like, it's so good. Thank you, Doris, for sharing. You're awesome. You're gonna be entered to win a milk mask, and then like my favorite little duo right here, which is Glow and Bella. So let's do that. Did I put it over there? I didn't mean to, because I have to do 2 different color eye looks, right? You guys aren't keeping me on track. So let's see. This other eye is going to be a little bit different. This eye's going to be a little bit different. We're going to do something slightly different with that one. Okay, so let's go in with this color called London. This is another really good transition color. If you're struggling with like really deep set eyes, aging eyes, maybe you don't want to go as dark as Rigoletto. Maybe you want to stay here in these colors, and you can totally do a beautiful eyeshadow look with that alone, okay? Let me go in with London. We're going to kind of keep most of the color out here and then swipe it inwards. And I'm going to kind of keep it more in the crease. And you can see that purple, it's like a purple gray build up. It's a beautiful, it's a great color. And I'm going to take a little bit of this one and put it underneath my eye. Kind of keep building that. And you guys, the best eyeshadow looks are those where you really take the time to like blend this transition shade in nicely, so that then you have like a really good base to start building your other colors on. Okay, now on this eye, I'm going to go in with Oak. Make sure that you kind of tap that off. Oak is a little bit, you guys, thanks for the hearts. Gosh, that's so nice. You wouldn't believe how that like perks a person up when they're doing a live video, because sometimes we're like, hello, is anybody out there? Is anybody talking? Like, what's happening? You guys are awesome. So, yeah, that's the way it's done right there. You are awesome. Thanks, Donna. Okay, so that color is Oak. If you're looking for a really pretty, like, brown, gray color, so not necessarily a warm brown, Oak is a great color. Okay, I'm going to keep that, and I'm going to put it right underneath my eye right here. Okay, so this side has Oak, and this side has London and Pop. So you can kind of see the difference of what's going on there. Both really, really pretty looks. And see how I kind of came down a little bit too low right there? I'm going to show you how you can like bring that back up again. Because again, if you've got an aging eye and you're taking that eyeshadow further down, it's gonna like drag your eye down. So you wanna kind of keep it, I kind of like to go like this. And so you don't want that eyeshadow to go any further down or it'll like pull your eye down. Big tip, okay? So I actually really love warm browns. I love Bubba and Basic. They're both really good, like warm browns. Let me show you which ones I'm talking about. So this color right here is Bubba, and you can kind of see, let's see if I can like get it to like, there you go. That's about a true. Bubba is like a warm brown. And then, let me wipe my finger off. And this one right here, hang on, let me do them side by side. Okay, those are the two. So this is Bubba and this is Oak. So you can kind of see the difference between a warm brown and a cool brown. Both very, very pretty colors. It really is so personal. I just like warmer colors on my eyes. The older I get, I feel like if I go sometimes too much into the purple, sometimes I feel like it makes me look a little bit like sallow. So I always just think warmer is better. But look how pretty these colors are, and these are both cool. But the funny thing is that when I get my most comments on my eyeshadow, people like the cooler colors. So yeah, I know it's crazy, right? Okay, so let's take this color right here. This is Peppa, and I'm just going to use my finger. Oops, let me make sure I wiped off all of the other eyeshadow. And I'm just going to take my finger and like go right into Peppa like that. And I'm going to kind of place it. Okay, so instead of using a brush for this, if you want to really add that shine, you can totally do it with your finger. Okay, isn't that a pretty? Peppa is like one of my favorite colors. So if you don't have it, and I am always like more. Okay, now over here on this side, we've got this darker color, which is called Rigoletto, which is like, I want to say a warm gray, if that makes sense. It's like got like, so instead of doing like black, this color is like so pretty. It's like got a little bit of shine to it, but it's always one of my absolute favorite eyeshadows when I want to add a little bit of extra depth to my eyeshadow look. So I'm going to take the small end of the eyeshadow everything brush, and I'm going to go in and kind of create a V right here. So we'll kind of bring that in here, and watch how this gives the depth to my eyeshadow. So this here is like a really pretty basic, like everyday look. You guys are awesome. Hi, Anna. You're all right. We're playing around with two different colors, or two different palettes of eyeshadow. And I'm going to flip the brush over and just kind of like blend that out. You guys, I love the hearts. Okay. And then I can actually take this Rigoletto and do just a little bit right here on the outside of the eye. Like that. So you can see this one here just really has like a lot of depth, and this one here is like super basic. Now I want to put something shiny on my lid right there, so I'm going to use Peppa on this side as well. I'm just going to kind of tap it so you can kind of see. Isn't that the prettiest color, you guys? It's so good. My eyelashes stuck together. And again, remember the trick. If you have put too much eyeshadow and you've got too much fallout on your lid here, you can totally go back over it with a little bit of highlight. But isn't that fun? I'm gonna go and take a little bit. Gotta make sure my brush is cleaned off. Let's use this brush. And I'm gonna go in with Cupcake and just kind of like go underneath my brow bone so that I don't add any more shine to this look, because I've got the Rigoletto on there and I really want that to be like the focus. Uh-oh. Hi guys, come on in. And then I'm gonna go right there with Cupcake as well. And then I'm gonna go kind of here in the inner corner. Actually, I'm gonna go in with Peppa right here. So right there, isn't that pretty? Like it like kind of like gives like a little bit of a peach cast. Now, when I talked about like if you go too low on your eyeshadow over here, I'm gonna show you guys. So I'm gonna take my detail hack, okay? You can use whatever brush you want, but let's say you've taken your eyeshadow and it's kind of fallen down too low and it's kind of dragging your eye down. I'm just gonna grab my Aura, which is my brightener, and I'm just gonna kind of go like this. And I'm gonna lift that back up again, okay? See that? See how that like lifts that eyeshadow right back up so it doesn't come down so low and drag my eye down. It's super magical. Like you don't want to like, we don't want to cause like more situations than we're helping. That's like the bottom line, right? We really want to like lift everything up. We don't necessarily want to give anything any more reason to fall down. Okay. All right, you guys. So hopefully I can't help it. I have to do this. I know the situation thing, that's like, should be hashtag situation. It should be like totally what we're always talking about. Cause if you follow me, you know, I'm like all about like real life and aging eyes and aging cheeks. And it just is, it's all right. We're just, everybody's going to have to go through it eventually. Okay. That, you guys, is Moonlit. You can use Moonlit or linen to really brighten that inner corner of the eye without adding any more shine. Okay. I'm just going to kind of like pop this back up a little bit. It seemed like it was a little bit low. You guys, both really, really pretty eyeshadows. And then I like to do liner, right? I love the Stila liner. This one is like a dark gray. And I'm just gonna kind of like give myself a little bit of a line. Okay, it just makes my eyelashes look a little bit thicker. You like those? I'm glad, Kimberly. I'm glad you like those ones. They're, you know, it's fun to have, to understand that when you add in a darker color, how it adds that really dark depth there. Whereas this one is just a little bit more basic, not every day. So I only used like 3 colors on each eye. Actually, this one has 4 because I did Peppa on the lid. This one has 3 colors. So you've never tried Peppa? Yeah, I'm not kidding. Put it right on your lid. It really is one of my favorite colors to put on my lid. All right, let's put a little bit of a liner here. Now, if you like goof up, I want to show you guys that you're going to take, you can use, I like to use the multitasker, and I'm just going to take and put a little bit of Rigoletto here. I don't think I can do this without looking at my, hi Lori, without looking in my little mirror here. And I'm just going to kind of smudge out that eyeliner a little bit. And it just like, especially if you don't want like a big eyeline, like liner line, then you can totally just take an eyeshadow, a darker eyeshadow, and go over the top of it. And it just makes it so pretty. Make sure that's done. Now, you guys, now that I've got that done, I'm just gonna kind of like buff out my cheek color. And then I'm gonna go over it with a little bit of powder. I'm almost done, Maury. So I'm just gonna take this one, dip into my powder. This one's the pressed powder. I actually prefer the loose translucent powder a little bit more. And I'm just gonna kind of dust it on. Now, if you are a little bit more oily, you totally can take and put a whole bunch of this on underneath your eye, let it sit, and then buff it off like that. That's called baking, if you didn't know that. And that just really helps set that makeup. You want to be careful though, if you have fine lines and wrinkles underneath your eyes, if you put too much powder there, it kind of dehydrates it and will actually show the wrinkles worse. And again, that's another one of those things we don't want to like make things worse. I'm going to go in with this color right here. This is called Glamazing. See what that does? And like, I will never go through this whole tin because it's like so much shine. I'm going to go in with this one called Sunshine State and put it on my lips. It's like the prettiest color, and the texture is so good for lips. Okay, I can even take and put a little bit of Sunshine State on my cheeks. Because it has a little bit more shine, you'll probably feel it a little bit more. It won't be quite as good on the cheeks as it is on the lips, but that's okay because like we have lots of colors. Don't forget to do your like bronzing trick here. This is what I'm giving away, is this guy and the Milk Mask. So the lipstick, gosh, you guys, I don't go through the lipsticks very often because, like, let me just show you. I'll show you my big palette and show you like, okay. So you can see most of these I've had for like 2 years. And they're just so pigmented, you don't go through them very often. I would say most lip and cheek colors last between 8 and 12 months, Anna. So if that helps you all. So oh, you mean will it stay on all day? On my lips, no. No, this is not like a long wearing lip. This is something that like, it's easy enough that you're just carrying your little palette around and just applying it when you need to. And, but it feels so good on the lips, and I'm like weird about my lips. I just can't wear very many things on my lips without them like drying out and not feeling good. So I'm just bronzing now. And this is my little compact. This is Bella Bronzer and Glow Illuminator, and I just like to swirl around like this. Yeah, you're sensitive on your lips as well. That's the thing. And I don't love my lips. They're so thin, you know, as I've gotten older. And so I don't like necessarily something that stays on all day. I like to just apply whatever color I want in the moment. But I will tell you, Sunshine State on the lips is like my absolute fave. Okay, you guys, there you go. One eye, the darker color, this eye. So we've got, let me just go over the colors one more time so that if you're just hopping on and you want to know, these colors, I've got London Pup and Rigoletto on this eye. And then on this eye, I have Cupcake, Oak, and Peppa on this one. Hi, Joe. I'm so glad you did too. But you guys, so fun, super easy. I know both of them are really good. This one's like a little bit more daytime. This one's a little bit more like nighttime, but you could totally take and put Rigoletto over on this side and deepen that up and would look beautiful. So hopefully you guys have like learned a few new tips, and don't forget, let me grab the giveaway. The Milk Mask, and then here's the 2 tins and the square. This is what I'm giving away. And since next week we're going to conference and I won't be doing my Thursday live, I probably will do it on Wednesday and give these away on Wednesday. So keep sharing all my videos, share my posts if you think that they're valuable. And each time you share and tag your friends, make comments, I actually enter your name multiple times into the drawing that I'll give these away next week. So anyway, two of them, these are like my favorite, couple of my favorite products. So hopefully somebody will win that and be super excited. So you guys have a good day, and thanks again for tuning in. I love Thursdays. I look forward to Thursdays to be on here and look and show you. I think I'm going to tomorrow do a cheetah hack in the morning where I just dab the colors all over and blend it out. I think I'm going to do that in the morning really quick so that you guys can see that you literally can just slap the colors all over the face and like blend it in, and like it'll look just as good as if I placed it very specifically. So if you're worried that you won't be able to contour correctly, I promise, like with this makeup, you can like dab it all over your skin and blend it out, and it's so good. It's so good. And remember, if you want to do like a one-on-one with me or whatever, I totally take appointments to do one-on-one, like FaceTime or Messenger video chat. As you apply your makeup, I can put mine on at the same time you're putting yours on, and we can talk and like get you through learning to love this makeup. So we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks again.